Dear friends, so this is Gowrish Aradhya. Welcome to my Astro channel, Shri Guru Datta Tattva. So today, the discussion topic is the numerology, or what we call as Sankhya Shastra. Okay, friends, first actually let us know what is the difference between, or how actually the difference between the numerology and astrology. Okay, then I will be explaining the much more information related to astrology as well as the numerology. Okay. Friends, actually, when we think about the numerology, so we can say the numerology is a subset of astrology. Means astrology is the core subject. Okay, so that is the core thing, and actually the numerology is derived from astrology. Okay, because as a single entity, that is the numerology as a single entity cannot stand. Okay, it needs a dependency of astrology. Okay, I hope you got it right. Astrology is the primary thing. Okay, so actually the numerology is the subset, or it is the one which is derived from, that is the astrology. Okay, that is numerology is derived from astrology, means numerology needs a dependency of astrology. Okay, now let's learn about how actually the numerology works. Okay, each number has a vibration. Okay, means what type of vibration? Here what happens is each number is designated to the planets. Okay, means what happens is, see, look here, when we think about the astrology, that is the conventional way, we need horoscope, correct? Okay, so we need horoscope or a birth chart if we want to analyze about a person, correct? Okay, see, this is how actually the horoscope or a birth chart looks like. This is also called as kundali. Okay, see, if we want to make a horoscope or a birth chart, we need date of birth, time, and a place of birth. Means these are the details which are a must, and which is primary. We need a requirement of date of birth, time, and place in order to make a, or in order to form a horoscope or a birth chart of a person. Okay, here this is how actually the horoscope looks. So this is about the lagna, and these are the rashi or baba, what actually we say. Okay, this is how actually how we do the prediction when it comes to astrology. But what happens with respect to numerology? Let us check. Okay, what happens with the numerology? See here actually there are many fundamental concepts when we think about numerology, because the numerology, even actually there is the western way of predictions when it comes to the numerology, and actually there is something called as Vedic astrology, that is the Vedic numerology. Okay, I mean to say that the Vedic numerology, where that tradition is taken from Tamil, Tamil way of what actually the numerology. Okay, what actually we say that is, okay, that is we say as Vedic numerology. Okay, when it comes to the numeroscope, actually the most commonly practiced is about the one of the technique called as no-show grid. Okay, by using the no-show grid, we going to do the numeroscope. See, what we say as horoscope in astrology, the same thing holds good when it comes to numerology. We say as a numeroscope or a numero chart, we say. Okay, see, which is the pillar, or it's on what basis the standards about the no-show grid. Okay, the no-show grid is the actual base for the numeroscope actually, because no-show grid is one of the technique which is most commonly used. Okay, when we think about the that is the numerology. Okay, there is as I said, okay, as I said earlier, we can do using the Vedic grid, but actually since this is the no-show grid is the most commonly used, I am explaining with respect to no-show grid. Okay, so here this is how actually the numeroscope or a numero chart which is formed using no-show grid looks. Okay, here what happens, see, if you want to make a numeroscope, what we need is the birth number, destiny number, and the Kuva number. See, the Kuva number is a very important thing when we think about numerology. Okay, so what happens with respect to the birth number, destiny number, and Kuva number is, see, birth number is your date of your birth. Okay, so that is the date, and when it comes to the destiny number, it is adding your date, month, and the year. Okay, so this is the thing, and Kuva number actually that we take from the year of birth. Okay, this is the basic concept, and this is how actually the numeroscope looks like. Okay, see here actually it is formed by using 3 into 3, that is like the blocks. Okay, we can say these are the blocks, each individual box. How actually we say that is in Baba, or actually, so Baba, right? So that is actually we say in horoscope, or that is the birth chart. What we say is a kundali, correct? So in when we going to analyze the kundali, we say each houses as a Baba. Okay, but likewise, what happens with respect to numerology is, that is the beauty of numerology, friends. Here, the number 49237, what actually you are looking. See here, what happens is the 4 number is connected to the planet. What is actually the Rahu? Okay, so that is what actually here the number plays a vital or a very important, that is the role. Okay, because each number are connected to a particular planet. So that is what actually when it comes to the numerology. So that is the one of the very beauty of the numerology. So this is how actually the numeroscope looks like. Okay, here what happens is the 492. So this is the horizontal. Okay, so here this is the Losho grid. So the numeroscope, which is formed using Losho grid. When we think about the Losho grid, see here the totally 8 yoga lines can be formed. So that is the 8 yoga lines can be formed according to your birth number, destiny number, and the Kuva number. Okay, but when we take the reference, that is the reference grid, we say this is a reference grid. Okay, when we think about the reference grid, yes, actually the total 8 yoga lines are we can take into consideration 8 yoga lines. Okay, look here, the 492, that is the first, the horizontal plane or line makes a mind line, and the second, that is the 357. Okay, it makes the alt line, and 816. Okay, so this plane makes a practical line. Okay, likewise, what happens with respect to the vertical? Okay, so this is called as the horizontal, and actually, so these are called as the vertical lines. When you think about the 438, okay, so this is the one vertical line. So actually this is called as, see what happens is, so this what happens is the 438951. So this is the vertical. Okay, so these vertical, okay, we call this as the, that is 438 makes a thought line, and 951 makes a will. Okay, will plane or a will line. Okay, and 276 makes a action or a action plane, we can say, or a action line. Okay, so this is this mind. Okay, what I said is, this is the horizontal. Okay, so this horizontal, what happens is this, look here, so this horizontal. Okay, that is the mind, art, and practical. And one more very interesting is the diagonal lines. Okay, so here what we say, this diagonal line, that is the 456, so that is called as a success line. And the one more, okay, so that is the 258 makes a success line 2. Okay, so altogether we have 8 yoga lines. So that actually is provided with respect to the Losho grid, that is the numeroscope, what I said. So this is the actual the concept involved in numerology, because when we based on to analyze the person, that is that is the life events of a person, this is very much important, dear friend. So this is as per astrology, that is the horoscope, and this is with respect to the numerology. So what actually we say that numeroscope. And since actually the Losho grid, why I have taken this Losho grid is the most commonly used. Okay, there are different variants, but actually what we are going to practice is about the Losho grid. That is, this is the one of the very important technique. Okay, so that is the Losho grid. And this is friends, so this is about the some of the very important what actually the topics which are about the numerology. I hope this will make a perfect information. Okay, by this I am going to end my session. And one more, friends, see actually go through my the YouTube channel. You will be getting more information related to, one is about the spiritual, and also you will get more information about the astrological information also. Okay, so this is about these are the topics for today's session. Definitely in the next coming session, I will be explaining much more very important topics related to astrology and the spiritual things. Okay, so by this I will be concluding my session. So thank you very much. And one more thing, if you have any doubts related to the whatever what I explained, and also with respect to numerology or astrology, definitely you can contact me. And this is my about my contact details, okay, which I mentioned. This is my my contact number. Okay, definitely you can contact me. So by this I will be concluding my session. Thank you very much. Sarvojana Sukhino Bhavantu.